my pleasure to introduce Mr. Gordon Bertie. Mr. Bertie represented Canada as a freestyle wrestler at the 1972 Olympics in Munich, Germany, where he finished 6th, which was Canada's highest placing in wrestling since 1936, and in the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. He also served as the captain of the Canadian wrestling team. In addition to his Olympic accomplishments, Mr. Bertie has represented Canada as a team member for the international events and has medaled at the World Championships and the Commonwealth Games. His bronze medal at the 1974 Worlds was the first World Wrestling medal for Canada. He has been one of our great ambassadors of sport at home and abroad. Mr. Bertie is a member of the Alberta Sports Hall of Fame. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bertie to TD Baker.
Thank you. I'm not used to speaking publicly, so if I stutter and stammer, please excuse me. I'm glad you're sitting down. When we came in, most of you are taller than I am, so I feel better looking down on you. I started my wrestling career in Montreal, Quebec, and my first year I wrestled was grade 8, so comparable to most of you in the gym. I was about 90 pounds in grade 8. My maximum weight in high school was about 100. So needless to say, I was a small twerp in comparison to most of the guys in the school. Because of being a small guy, you end up with a bit of a chip on your shoulders, which I'm sure the small guys in the gym can appreciate. And I found wrestling was a good avenue to vent my spleen, so to speak. I took to the sport naturally, and I was very, very lucky to have a gymnastics coach who was qualified for the 1940 Olympics, which were canceled due to World War II. He was a true gentleman of the sport, so he taught wrestling and gymnastics in the school, and he brought in a 1936 Olympian wrestler due to some technical skills, and that's where I was introduced to the Olympics. I'd never heard of them, I didn't know what they meant. In that day and age, and it was 1959, the Olympics was not very popular. It wasn't televised, so it wasn't anywhere near what you guys see nowadays. And he explained to me what the Olympics were, and I made it a goal to be an Olympian at that point in time. And I dedicated my life for 10 years to the sport. I went to Sir George William University for 3 years and transferred to the University of Alberta after my 3 years at Sir George, simply because they recruited the world champion from Japan in a weight class above mine, who I trained under for 2 years at the U of A. In those 2 years, I never made a takedown on him, never scored a point. It made me a better wrestler, just he beat me up daily. And I'm not sure, if you're not in a competitive sport, that sounds weird, but you get better by your defeats than you get by your wins. I learned more lessons from losses, and in my career I had quite a few of them. I was 10-time Canadian champion. 3 of those were college, 6 were freestyle, 1 was Greco-Roman, but I never ran more than 2 years continuous. I would win 2 years, lose to somebody, win 2 years, lose to somebody. And each time I lost, I got more dedicated and more motivated to pursue the goal of becoming an Olympian, and not just become an Olympian. I wanted a medal from the Olympics. Probably the highlight of my career was 1974, where I won the bronze medal in Istanbul, Turkey. I lost to the Russian and to the Bulgarian. I beat an Iranian, and no Canadian ever had beaten an Iranian ever, and it was the first medal we had in the Worlds. I won a World Cup gold, a World Cup silver, which is the top 4 nations in the world competed, and numerous other tournaments. I found through the sport a discipline that I've carried through my life. You can't do international level sport without being highly motivated and very disciplined. And you have to accept losses with wins. Nobody wins all the time. I hope that if any of you have aspirations, that you take a look at them and realize you're going to have to work there to get there. And that applies whether it's in sport or anything else in your personal life. You will have periods where you'll fail. Learn from those failures, and they will make you a better person. Thank you.